Joe Satriani, the Elephants of Mars music video. Part 3, behind the scenes. ZZ and Joe, tell us more about what path brought you to creating a music video theme around a game.
The song just sounded like a crazy video game evil villain theme song while he's wreaking havoc. And then there's that break, which sounds like, you know, a lovey-dovey, maybe the, you know, Princess Peach of, you know, little section. So that was just like off the bat, like that sounds like it. I had been experimenting in my personal videos with kind of this like sinister, you know, 16-bit video game looking stuff that the whole idea was that it's like some game that you just can't win. And I think some of my videos, Save the Moths, Busy Boys, Spirits Dance at Night, were kind of like these little short films that were supposed to be like games that you're not really playing, but you are playing, and you don't really know how you're winning or if you're losing. And I just like that idea of just like these little short films being games that you actually have no control over. So when we, you know, when it came time to decide on something for Joe's video, it was like, well, how about we actually take it literally and make this like an actual video game?
So Joe, what was your reaction when ZZ said, I want to turn everybody into characters in a video game?
Oh, I love that idea. Just love it. I mean, the whole story behind the song is so crazy anyway, you know, terraforming Mars, gigantic sentient elephants, starting a revolution with the guitar playing colonists to, you know, free Mars. So it seemed to make sense, and it was much more fun and immediate, you know, a video game about save the elephants. I love that whole idea. I think coincidentally, I have this pedal over here. So this little funky pedal, which has that sort of retro vibe going, was something I used for the extended guitar solo of the song. So it came to my mind when ZZ said he had this idea for the video, and I thought, well, this is perfect because I used this funky little pedal, and it's all sort of coming together for me. And I really did want to just make it super fun. I was kind of excited by what the band had done around the original idea of the song, which was actually kind of serious to begin with. And we, by sort of collaborating as much as we could on this particular song, we turned the whole thing around and made it really a lot of fun. ZZ must have picked up on that and just really, you know, just hyped it up, you know. And then of course, you know, just watching Sammy and Jackson and Gabe go to town with the characters, you know, and acting, it was just brilliant, you know.
So how did you come up with these characters, and how thoroughly did you storyboard this out before you filmed? Because you didn't have a ton of time to film, right?
No, yeah, we shot it all in one day. So yeah, there was just a couple days of, you know, writing it out. We knew that it was, you know, had to involve imprisoned elephants. And yeah, so I just assigned my friends good guy, bad guy. And yeah, and we found Sammy. She did a great job.
So tell me about the characters and how you came up with their names and who's going to be who.
Yeah. So I have this funny tendency to always include my friends' names, their actual names, and the characters' names. The main character, Ojax, is just named that because he has an orange costume and his name is Jackson, and so Ojax. And Gabe is Gober. Gabe, so yeah. And his name is Gabe Remy, so it's Gabe R, so I just like Gober.
How did you choose on Sammy as the person who was the sort of stand and playing the game for us?
She was just a friend of Gabe's, and you know, I met her, and she was just awesome, had a great energy, and yeah, very you know, expressive facially. That was the most important thing of this whole thing is, can you make good faces? Can you really you know, pull a good Jim Carrey while you're up there?
Yeah. What was some of your typical on-set direction to your actors?
Maybe like yell as louder, more painful, make it look more painful, angrier, more excited. That was usually it. It was usually, more than tone it down. And they all, they're the best. They did such a good job.